Well, welcome everybody to the PPACG's Water Quality Management Committee. Today's January 25th, 2023. It is 9:02 a.m. And do we have a quorum? We need at least, what, 3 people?
We have to have 30% of those present would be a quorum, so
Okay, good.
we're good.
Okay. I always make sure I check with Ann and Brandon to make sure.
Can't hurt, right?
Right. Very quickly, let's do some introductions. I'm Jonathan Moore of Fountain Sanitation District. How you doing?
I'm Brandon Bernard with Security Water and Sanitation Districts.
I am Warner with PPACG.
I'm Kevin Brown with Cherokee Metro District. And also in the room, Jared Berner, Public Information Officer for PPACG.
And if you're online, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Jim Heckman with Fountain Sanitation District, Lower Fountain Metro.
Jesse Schaefer, Woodmore Water and Sanitation District.
It's been a while since I've seen Jesse.
Rachel Nobbs, Colorado Springs Utilities.
Roger Sam with GMS.
Utilities.
Mark Parker, Monument Sanitation District.
JD Shivers with Woodman Hills Metro District.
All right, thank you. Jesse, good to see you again, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has, hasn't it?
Yep. All right. I think everybody should have the agenda. Is there any comments or questions on the agenda today? Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve our agenda?
So moved. This Jim.
Second by Mark.
You all in favor? Aye.
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 Any opposed? That passes. Thank you. Next on the public comments or presentations. Any public comments we have? Hearing none. Okay. Consent items. I don't think approval of the minutes. Oh, okay, there we are. Sorry. I knew I'd seen that. Everybody have a chance to review last meeting's minutes. I was not present, so I will not comment on them. And I think, Ann, you did send out a correction. There was 2. One was okay. So that's the one we'll be voting on today.
Can I make a comment?
Yes, please.
So I made a correction to the minutes that Roy Heald chaired the meeting in December. There was an error in there that I didn't catch. I had Jonathan as chair, and I've corrected it to show that Roy was chair in December. That was the only correction.
Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from last meeting?
So moved as corrected. This Jim.
I'll second if I can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We're now at the action items, a site application, site location amendment request for Colorado Springs Utilities, J.D. Phillips Water Resources Recovery Facility. Rachel, I believe the floor is yours.
Thank you. So we have presented so far at the Lower Fountain Water Quality Group as well as the SARC group about this site application. In summary, we completed a pilot project at the J.D. Phillips Water Resource Recovery Facility and in this pilot project, we installed a baffle wall to increase the volume of the anaerobic zone within the activated sludge basin to help the biological phosphorus removal processes. Throughout this pilot project, we collected a series of data to help us understand if this increased anaerobic zone was helping our biological phosphorus removal performance. And the data did help us understand that this baffle wall was helpful in us being able to achieve lower total phosphorus numbers in the effluent of our aeration basin. So because of the data that we collected and the strong evidence that we have with our data from the pilot project, we have submitted a site application to request that this baffle wall be a permanent fixture at the J.D. Phillips Water Resource Recovery Facility.
Questions for Rachel?
I don't have any. Seems pretty cut and dry to me.
Right. All right, Rachel, do you have anything else?
I do not. Eric, do you?
No. As stated, very straightforward. Thank you for the review.
Awesome. Well, can I get a motion from the committee to recommend this to PPACG's board?
Correct.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, thank you. Awesome. I think this is the future of wastewater treatment, is this biological processes of various things. I think the more we can get rid of the chemicals, the better it's going to be.
Yeah.
Great. Oh,
Thank you.
Matt, thank you.
So now, next step for CSU.
Next steps will be, I will, this week, work on a board packet, so I'll have a write-up that will be going before our board of directors, and that meeting will be held on February 8th, I believe, at 9 o'clock. It's online. It will be Microsoft Teams or in person downstairs in our large conference room. So I will send out that meeting invite and packet information once it comes out from our admin staff. So all you need to do, Eric and Rachel, is just be available for any comments. Is typically these that flow through like this typically go on consent before the board. So rarely are there comments or questions from the board, but you should be present just in case. Consent items are heard towards the beginning of the regular agenda, so it should go fairly quickly for you, and you shouldn't have to use more than 30 to 45 minutes max of your time just being present at that meeting on February 8th. You'll have my contact information, so if you do have any questions or concerns about the board meeting, just reach out to me. Once the board has heard it and recommended approval, then Andy Gunning, our executive director, will physically sign the site application sheet. I'll scan it in and send it back to you, and I will also provide the hard copy if you would like it. So all that will take place like a day or so after the meeting, once Andy's had a chance to kind of catch up with things he has to take care of post-meeting from the board. Any questions on that?
Can you just state again what time the meeting starts?
9 o'clock. 9 o'clock on February 8th.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You bet.
Thank you, Ann.
Mm-hmm.
Next on our agenda, information items. I don't know if we have any today. Nope. Okay. Member entity announcements. Does anybody have any updates they want to share with the group today? Jesse, no. Cherokee, no. No, I like it. No, okay. Awesome. I will say you guys can't see Jim Heckman's tie. It's an Eagles tie. So if there's any 49ers out there that want to talk a little trash, now is the time. Jesse, is that
Let's go Eagles.
Unfortunately, never been an Eagles or 49ers fan, so I'll
Missing
keep
out.
my thoughts to myself on them.
Come on, Jesse. I'll send you some Eagle green.
That's right. I figure if I ever want to raise, I'm gonna have to start wearing some of that Eagle.
Yeah. Let's go Eagles.
That's right. So our next meeting is scheduled for February 22nd. We're gonna keep that in the books. If we don't have any applications, then Ann and I can take a look at that. If there's nothing, I'll put that in your calendars. If there's nothing else, can I get a motion to adjourn? I knew he'd like that.
Part of trash talk when you're on mute.
I'd move for adjournment.
Second.
Second, Jim.
Second.
There's a lot of seconds
Yeah.
there. All in favor? Aye.
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 Thank you. That passes. Any nays? I guess I should say no. And I do want to say Ann brings awesome donuts here. That's why we show up, is to be treated with the donuts. Awesome. Thank you all for participating in today's meeting.